right, we're welcoming on our next senior, Jocsan Sanchez, number 22. Jocsan could have been right-hand pitcher, DH. We might have thrown him at first or second or hit him in the outfield somewhere if we needed to. But Jocsan, thanks for coming on. So give us the first thing. Let's just talk the basic senior day stuff. Give me your family, mom, dad, brothers, sisters. Give kind of the background on all of them.
So my parents, their names are Isidro, it's my dad. My mom is Mayela Sanchez. And I have 3 siblings. They're all older. Angel, 26. Then I have Josué, he's 21. And my sister Jocelyn, she's 20.
Nice. So you're the baby, the spoiled baby of the family, right?
I won't say spoiled, but yeah, I'm the baby.
Yeah, there you go. And those of you that get to watch this and live in Goshen, you all should check out their family's restaurant, Universal Tamale downtown. It's my go-to quarantine carry-out place. So we've been enjoying some good carry-out from you guys, and we enjoy going in there too when we're allowed. So Sanchez family is awesome for the Goshen area. So Jocsan, give us your plans for now that school's over, baseball's over, kind of your plans moving forward.
My plans after high school, plan on joining the Air Force. I haven't really decided yet on either going reserves or full active duty, but I still have some time to think about. I'm gonna talk to my recruiter pretty soon here and finalize everything. And I just want to do one contract right now as of right now, do like 4 or 6 years, and if I really do like it there, probably do another 4 or 8 years maybe. But as of right now, I just want to do my first 4 years in either active duty or reserves. And then after that, I plan on taking over the family business with me and my brother, my oldest brother Angel.
Nice.
And I just see a big opportunity in that and in the business world, and just leading everything on.
Awesome.
Taking over.
Let me know then, because I don't know much about. I mean, I'm not a military guy. I heard a comedian once say, "I'm glad those people are the troops because then I don't have to be the troops." And that's exactly how I feel too. So why'd you decide on Air Force? I mean, out of all the military, like what makes you want to kind of pursue the Air Force?
Well, I do have a couple friends, Nando Flores,
Yeah.
and Colin Fletcher.
Okay.
And I've talked to them sometimes, and they let me know everything about it, and it seemed really cool. And I really want to go in there just as mechanics.
Okay.
If anything, if I were to go to Marines or Army, that'd be like your diesel mechanic. I'm just like, yeah, I could do that, but working on jets sounds a lot cooler.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it sounds really, really cool in there, and just everything on the background, it fits in really well with me, the Air Force, and that's what I decided on.
Nice. And you do, because you at the Career Center, were you doing auto at the Career Center?
I was doing auto tech too, yeah.
Nice.
Which is like, we run it like a shop over there. It's like 20% class, and the rest is it's just shop. It's like one day out of the week, be in the classroom, taking quizzes, tests, and the rest is go work on cars. Some customers would come in, like, hey, can you guys fix this? We just do a normal job. We do write down the work list and everything, and it's very, very hands-on experience running like a shop how it would.
That's awesome. So you won't be going in blind on the Career Center, the Air Force mechanic stuff, because you've already worked with cars enough at the Career Center, which is a really cool thing that I think I'm glad Elkhart County kind of puts together, and you guys get to do that. So that's awesome.
Really good trade.
Sweet. All right, let's move on then. Some of this, let's learn more about Jocsan Sanchez. So if I were to say, hey, you got to describe yourself in 3 words, what would those 3 words be? And then tell me why.
First of all, funny.
That's debate. No,
I always seem to be laughing about everything or making other people laugh. It's just, and going back to the restaurant, it's just, I like making people's day brighter. Like, I've had customers come in, they seem to have a bad day, I just say a little joke here and there, and they just end up smiling. So I always like funny, like I'm into big comedian, stand-up comedy. I like all that stuff. And another one would be interesting. Not that myself I'm interesting. I believe what makes a person interesting is that you are also interested in others. Like I'm not the one that's talking. I always want to know one to one,
Yeah.
know everything. I learned a lot from that from the podcast I be listening to a lot.
Joe
Shout
Rogan.
out to the Joe Rogan
Yeah,
Experience.
I knew it. Yeah, you're a big Joe Rogan guy. I knew
Yeah,
that.
I'm a big Joe Rogan guy. It's just I'm into everything. I'm not just a one-sided guy. I like learning about
Yeah.
everything, going from cool science stuff to car stuff to fitness to sports, everything. I'm just I'm an all-around guy.
Love
And
it.
another one, my last one would probably be I'd say adventures.
All right.
I'm a very outside guy. I like getting out of my comfort zone.
Nice. Not many
Like
people are like that, by the way.
no, like our Joey Peebles who graduated 2 years ago,
Yeah.
also former baseball player.
Yeah.
He was like, "You want to go on a plane ride?" I was like, "What?" You know,
I would have
I
said no
was
in a
like,
heartbeat.
"Whoa." Like I was nervous, but I was like, "Let's do it." I was like, "Let's do it. Why not?"
Kind of an
And
adrenaline guy.
yeah, I'm a kind of adrenaline guy. Also, it leads to my car stuff. Really
Yeah.
to working on these high performance cars, going like 180 miles an hour. So I like getting out of my comfort zone. I like learning new things and experiencing new things.
Gotta love that. And that's kind of rare for high school guys. So that's pretty cool that that's how you are. So nice.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I may not know the answer to this. I'll be interested to hear what yours is. But what's your favorite food? You guys own your own restaurant. So what's your favorite food? If you had your last meal, you're allowed one more meal forever, what would that one meal look like?
Uh, I like tacos. I go with tacos all the time.
I can't argue that because that's my go-to as well.
You could always switch it up with tacos in any type of way, any kind of style.
Yeah, and then
But
also
I'd
the
be I'd
shrimp
have to go with
tostada.
tacos. Oh yeah, the tostadas. Oh yeah, those are really good too.
Love it. Awesome. All right. What about athlete? Who's your favorite athlete? Like, it doesn't have to be a baseball player, but someone like you love watching them compete or play or whatever it is. So, who's your favorite athlete?
Hmm. See, this was a really hard one because I watch every kind of sport, going to racing, baseball, MMA, boxing,
Right.
everything. But all in all, I looked at overall. I have to say Mike Trout.
Mike Trout.
Not
Okay,
not
so you
because
stuck with baseball.
Mike Trout is he's a baseball player. Not saying just because he's known to be like one of the greatest of all time right now, still currently playing, but
Yep.
how he is as a person, how he is as an athlete.
Yeah.
Always put in the work, always does everything right. He's just a great person. I've never seen him talk back to anyone ever. Just a
Right.
great guy all around. And that's a good example to like look at like an idol, to follow the steps how he went.
For sure. And he's one of those guys too that like you don't even hear like you almost forget about him, not because he's not good, but because he's like so quiet, never stirs the pot, never makes anyone
Yeah,
mad, says anything bad. Like
yeah,
he just goes and does his job. He does it really, really well. So sometimes you
yeah.
forget about how good he is. I just saw a crazy stat on him today. I can't remember. I want to get it wrong, but like he has just as many home runs as Barry Bonds did at age 28. Just as many stolen bases. He was like a few under Ricky Henderson, or no, it was runs for Ricky Henderson. Like something crazy where he's just like on
Yeah,
pace to be the best at like every hitting category that's ever
yeah.
existed.
His
So
all
yeah,
the
no,
stats are
that's a good
crazy.
one. Nice.
Yeah, I like him also because yeah, he doesn't talk much. He doesn't really post much. I follow him on most of his social medias, and he never really posts anything. He just lets his talent speak for himself. He lets actions speak over words, and
He's good at it.
that's a big example.
Yeah,
He is
for
the
sure.
one to do that.
That's awesome. Good. Okay, what about sports movie? What's your favorite sports movie?
There's also a bunch to that one, but I go with Remember the Titans.
Love it.
I like that movie.
I know. I can't argue that. I'm sure everyone's seen that one. That's a good one. Can't argue that.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to some more personal things then. Let's strictly baseball. Now, it doesn't have to be high school baseball, but what's your favorite baseball memory you have?
Favorite baseball. What would be high school baseball? It was sophomore year. We were playing at Wawasee, and I had a 3-0 count. I was in the batter's box, and Coach DuBois says 3-0. I'll give you the green light if it's right there. And he goes, points to the fences.
I
Next
remember
pitch,
that.
I just crank on that, and it was a grand slam. And you're like, you did it.
Yeah. Well, I actually was hoping you'd say that because I remember doing that too. I remember going. Now I forgot it was 3-0. I wanted to say it was 3-1 or 3-2. I knew it was 3-ball count and it was a hitter's count, but I remember giving you the hit it that way really far if you get it. So and you did.
And I hit
That
it
might have been
right
the farthest ball you ever hit too. That ball was cranked.
Yeah, that one was cranked. That was a really long shot.
Yeah. And that was big. Is that the one we blew them out that game too, right? We were up a bunch.
Oh yeah, it was like 17-18, 2 or 3, something like that.
And that was a big.
We ended up having like 18, 20 hits. I remember that game. Everyone went off that game.
Yeah, that was a fun.
Everyone was going 2 for 3, 3 for 4. It was that was a great game. That was just the most well-earned game I can remember.
Yeah.
Like as in a blowout like that, because most blowouts they go how many errors you guys had, whatever, whatnot. I think they only had one error. We were just on it that day.
Yeah, we were just
raking the field.
Yeah,
and
I remember.
Travel ball. I remember like the travel ball. We go to travel ball. I think it was the summer of sophomore year. I think we're playing at the Notre Dame tournament. We were playing Land Sharks, and I just remember it was just a back and forth game. They're up 1, we're up 1, they're up 2, we get back. That was like the best all-out game I can remember. Like no one gave up on either side.
Right.
That's where it showed our heart, and we ended up coming back because it was Tony Garcia, my cousin who plays at Wawasee, was pitching, came in to relief for the last 2 innings, shut him out, and we just kept raking at it, and we ended up winning that game by like, what was it, 6-5, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah, I say that was my best memory because that was just the most like electrifying game ever like I've ever experienced.
Just
I say that one.
Intense from start to finish.
Yeah.
One of those. Yeah.
From pitch 1 to the last pitch, it was going all out from the very beginning. Yep. But those are my best memories.
What about this? Can be a good or bad memory. I'll kind of combine these next 2 questions into one. I'll let you kind of pick your route. Either your favorite memory from high school that's off the baseball field or off the athletic field, or it could be an embarrassing one too. Like either a really kind of a memorable thing that happened in high school. It could be good or bad. I'll let you go with that.
My best memory in high school was the dodgeball tournament we had this year. That was really fun.
All baseball. Was it all baseball?
It was all baseball, guys.
Yeah.
It was me, Tommy, Sky, Dom, Tomas, Ezekiel. I can't remember the other ones. Angel.
I'm trying to think too.
Angel Reyes.
Angel, there you go. Because it was all Hispanics too, right?
It was all
Tommy Puerto
Mexican,
but yeah.
Yeah, Tommy Puerto Rican, yeah, him. Yeah, I say that was the funnest one. Worst memory was most embarrassing. Let's say I think it was when my car broke down in the parking lot.
Nice.
It was like I had a ball joint get out, and the suspension was all the way down, slammed to the ground, and everyone knew it was my car because I'm the only one that drove that Mustang. Everyone knew it was mine.
Especially since you care about your car so much too.
Yeah, I love it. I love working on it, and I'm a big car guy again. And everyone was sending me Snapchats. Dude, what happened, bro? What's wrong? Like, isn't that your Mustang out there? I was like, yeah, it is. I'm just like,
That's awesome.
And I had to call my buddy. I was like, a guy I work with all the cars right next door to me, my neighbor. I was like, yo, you need to get your tow truck and get it out of there because I can't. I don't want it there. I don't want to see it.
Yeah, I don't want anyone else to see it either.
Yeah, that was an embarrassment. I was getting Snapchats texts left and right. I know.
Leave me alone. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. What about one person who you feel like has made a huge impact on you, whether it be sports or school or just life in general, but someone that you really feel like you may not be where you're at or doing what you're doing without this person?
If it's like my uh where we're speaking to people that like realistically I know and everything, people I
Nah,
know,
just
they know
heck, it
me.
could be anyone. I don't
Yeah.
care.
If I'd go with them, I'd probably go to my brother, my oldest brother. He's a really good example to follow. Yeah. My brother Angel.
Yeah, he
I, re- I
works. He
really
works
I
hard
really
too.
look up I really look up to him, how hard he works. His ideas always coming up with. He's always a great guy to just talk to about anything. But if it's like a more celebrity, famous person, I go with the Joe Rogan. He he has helped me out a lot, learning about everything.
Yeah, and
Like
that's
he
why he's the
teaches
number one podcast.
life lessons,
Yeah,
everything, going down to sports, training, how to keep your health up. But and yeah, I've been taking his advice, and it's actually helped a lot.
I know.
I don't
That
feel
was,
as much pain anymore in anywhere in my joints or anything. So I really like him too.
nice.
Those are the
Yeah,
two guys I really look up to.
I know you were getting into really good shape. And that's kind of leading into the next question too. Like you were getting into great shape and felt like you were really ready for the year physically. So what's like one thing you're gonna miss most about baseball? It could be whatever you want it to be. It doesn't necessarily have to be something about the game, but just what are you gonna miss most about coaching baseball now that you don't get that fourth year of?
Oh, it's definitely the bond. It's the bond with all the guys. I've known all of these guys since little league, since playing in the minors, like
Right.
third grade, is when I started playing baseball around there, and that's when I met Dom and Sky, and I knew Reese back then, and then me, James, Mason, and some of it was Ezekiel too. We all played in the All Stars in here in Goshen Little League for like 4 or 5 years, something
Right.
like that, and it was always just they were always seemed to be in my team
Yeah.
throughout my whole life of playing baseball. And I know I'm never gonna have another baseball team like that. Like, cause I know I could still play baseball, like men's league here in Goshen, but those are
Not
just a
always the
bunch of
same.
random guys, you know. Just, but I'm never gonna have another team with that bond. How I started from as little kids to seniors, and we're all splitting away and going to college. But that's definitely gonna be the worst one.
Yeah,
Like
I know.
looking back to all.
Yeah, that's what most guys have been saying,
The,
and that's kind of what I figured the answer would be. Because you guys are
yeah,
a close group, and this was Skylar said it in his interview. He said, like, we've been playing together our life, and this was our chance to like really put it all together and show everyone, like, showcase our
yeah,
talents, and then it's
definitely,
gone. So I'm sure that's kind of how you're feeling
definitely,
too.
definitely. We
Um,
were all at our top game right now, and
yeah,
we are all getting ready for it. Everyone was all in, and just
nah,
can't seem to show up
yeah.
this year. So
So
just
that's
lost
obviously
it.
probably the worst part about this whole thing. What's the best part? What have you enjoyed most about being quarantined and kind of being stuck inside? And I know you're not inside all the time; you're working plenty. But kind of what's the
Yeah,
best part of not having school or baseball to worry about?
definitely like having all the time to focus on myself, to gather myself together. Like, all right, what can I work on? You know, think to myself. It's just being close to my family, like we've always have been, even without this quarantine. But it's definitely good. You could get a good thing out of it. Just you know, focus on yourself mainly and improve yourself while having all this time to yourself, kinda. And
Makes
yeah,
sense.
that's what I
Love
like
it.
about.
All right, let's do some advice. So let's kind of wrap up with some advice. So if you had to give coaching staff some advice, what would you tell us as coaches moving forward? What's some advice you think we should take from you?
Um, I'd say don't take it too lightly on these younger guys, on these upcoming class. I like during the winter training, how we were doing, you definitely could have upped it up a notch in training and all the conditioning and stuff.
Good to know. It's
And
funny. James
yeah,
James said make sure you run them more. So James, of course, now that he's out, he wants me to run them more. So um,
yeah,
that's something that's one of those like that's a thing I'm learning too is as a coach like the prepping for games and game planning stuff. I've always felt comfortable with
uh-huh,
like the training part, the off season, trying to figure out the best ways to get guys ready is a new challenge.
hmm
Um,
yeah,
yeah, we know
especially during
you
that
you
winter.
we know you just would you'd crush it. That was like your go-to. That's where your comfort zone was, is in the weight room and doing that kind of stuff. So
Oh yeah, yeah,
we're
yeah. Even
learning.
there, even when I got to the weight room, I found another outside comfort zone because Coach Dylan, I would do his workouts, and man,
He's
they
nuts.
would kick me, but I pushed through it, and I was like, it sucks now. It really sucks now, but at the end, you feel that pride that I got through it. Let's go at it again. And
Right.
I feel like if every player can feel that way, that they're knowing they're pushing themselves to the best they can, and in the middle of it, they're like, oh, I feel this pain, I'm tired. But after that, they'll be like, I got through that. I can do
Right.
it again. Let's do it
Right.
again. I got through it once. Why not do it again?
Love it.
And I feel like that can prepare everyone for game time,
All right.
mentally and physically.
Well, that may be your advice then, but what's your advice to the younger guys then? That might be it, but I mean, if you got anything else, what's some other advice you'd give to the younger guys?
Work your butt off. Um, Suffer now and live the rest as a champ.
Yeah, for sure. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, this is my last one. Then I'm gonna give my little blurb about you, and then I'll let you give some shout outs if you want. But you could go back to your freshman year. I do. That's kind of what I was going to talk about. But you go back to your freshman year and you go tell Jocsan Sanchez, hey, look forward to this, or hey, make sure you do this or that. Like if you could not necessarily change anything, but if you could go back to freshman year Jocsan, what would you tell him?
Don't compare yourself to anyone, how you play. Just look at yourself. If you start right here one day, aim right there. Aim right there. Because there was a bunch of other. I remember my freshman year, my first couple of times practicing with the varsity, I was like, oh man, this guy's throwing so hard. Oh, Mike Penarski. Oh, Phil.
Yeah,
Joe. Like how can I be that good? Don't look at it another person's way. Focus on yourself and better yourself, and you will soon be there, if even higher.
that's actually really good advice to the younger guys. That's good advice to young you. That's good advice for me to think of as a coach too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I'm going to give my little blurb about what I appreciate about you and appreciated as a player. But my some of my favorite memories about you were you'd come in my room during SRT and we would just talk about life or baseball
Yeah.
or what you learned from Joe Rogan or whatever. And I just like that's one of those things that I look back and I'm gonna miss those where you never really told me you were coming and you would just pop in and we get a chance to talk about 15, 20 minutes. And then I also thinking back to your freshman year, there were only 4 of you guys that came out your freshman year. 4 freshmen was you, Mason, James, and then Wyatt Fisher.
Mm-hmm.
But I just remember thinking, Jocsan, he's strong as an ox. He can hit the ball a mile. Like he can really do this. And I was so excited. Like you worked so hard all through high school. You had a lot of success, and I was so pumped to see you get a chance to showcase that. And you played summer ball, and but it's been cool just getting to know you and your family through the restaurant. I just think you guys are an awesome family for Goshen, and you help improve the community so well. And I that's what I'm excited that it's not like high school's over and I'll never get to talk to you again, or it'll be kind of rare. Like I'm sure I'll get to see you plenty too, but I'm excited to see all that interest you have in stuff and all your passion you have for things and all the hard work you put in towards baseball. I know if you push that towards something else, you're going to do awesome stuff. So I know the coaching staff was just pumped to watch all this hard work from you and all those guys just pay off this year.
Oh yeah.
But just like every senior we've got in our program, which is nice that this is where we're at, but it's nice knowing baseball was important to you guys. You guys loved it, but you guys have so much more than just this season. Like, this season it hurts that we don't get it, but it's not like you guys have nothing going for you. You guys all have awesome futures ahead of you. So I'm excited to see what Jocsan gets to do and move that way. So I know I appreciated having you for 4 years, and being part of our program for 4 years was really cool. So I'll let you end it, Jocsan. Any shout outs or people you want to thank, or just give them some before
to my teachers, I'd say definitely Miss Rackley.
Okay.
Miss Rackley has been there since sophomore year, taught me sophomore and junior year, and we just had a connection, She always believed in me. She always pushed me, like, you could do this, and that. And definitely my SRT teacher who came in this semester, Miss O'Neill.
Mm-hmm.
She was really cool too. She always liked having one-on-one conversations, what's going on about anything. And this last semester, senioritis really kicked me. My grades are falling down. You were gone. You were on me a little bit. And then Miss O'Neill was like, "No, you could do this here." Like she really worked on me, whatever subject it was. She was
Nice.
with me one-on-one, trying to help me out, and she really pushed me to like just get through it. Like I can do it. And yeah, I really give those two a really big shout out for helping me throughout.
Good.
And yeah, especially to Miss Rackley, she was almost like a mom to me.
She was your
Like
school mom.
yeah, I know. Skylar can say the same. She really liked us both in the class, but
Awesome.
yeah, I really like
It's
them
always
too.
it's always good as a teacher to hear that when you make the
Mhm.
impact on students. So I'm sure she'll love to hear that you
Yeah,
give her that love. So awesome. Well, Jocsan, thanks for doing this. I know
yep,
you have plenty going on. You're working houses with Dad and working at the
yeah.
restaurant.
Working
Busy. So I know you
construction,
actually, unlike a lot of us, you actually have a pretty busy schedule. So I appreciate you taking time to do it.
yeah, I do.
But thanks, Jackson. You know, we're looking forward to seeing what the future holds, and you
Yep,
always know
you.
Goshen baseball has a place for you anytime you want to stop by.
Yep, thank you.
All right. So Jocsan Sanchez, everybody.